All right, Karely, take it away.
Dr. Beth, I just wanted to thank you really from the bottom of my heart because these months having you this year in navigating the relationship with my 21-year-old daughter and getting both of us to a place of love, a place of creating the life that we want has been absolutely amazing. I remember when I first talked to you and I learned what you did in your groups, I was in tears because I didn't know how to navigate this face on, even though I've been able to navigate and I have so much training and knowledge and on dealing with children and youth. This phase of my life, recognizing that I'm human too, that as a single mom, I gave everything I had to my daughter. And sometimes everything I had is not enough to navigate the relationship with our loved ones. It was something that I've been learning with you this year. It have healed my relationship with my daughter in so many areas, allowing me and her to grow independently, understanding that yes, we were a mesh. I wanted to live her life, she's living my life, and we weren't allowing us to breathe was, something that I didn't realize we were doing. And now seeing her in her power, achieving everything she wants, and me in my power, and being able to have this relationship where we call each other out when we are not acting
Call
as
each other
adults,
up.
but as kids,
Call each
call
other
each
up.
other up like, yes, like, hey, yes, this is not you. You can do better than that. You can do this, you can do that. It's been
Yes.
an amazing experience having like a real, honest relationship with my daughter when we have that freedom to talk to each other and lift each other up every time we need it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carly. And I want you to brag because anybody that hears this testimonial, um, I, the significance of who you and your daughter are and how you've worked together and what you've accomplished in life and the mastery that you have accomplished. It's not easy to have help. It's not easy to, I call it the super duper 7-year old, the perfectionistic, the
Hmm.
rock star, the bodacious mamma jamma
Hmm.
that you both are. And I have felt so much honor and so grateful for your willingness to receive and be willing to learn and be willing to grow and be willing to evolve and even to let your daughter be smarter than both of us put together.
Hmm. Yes. That is something super, super important, right? Because usually, families, parents, like me, especially when we come from a different culture, we believe that we know it all. And it has to be done the way I know, which is coming from my past, from the way I was taught, what success means, the way things have to be done, and then realizing in this growth period that, I'm probably trying to fulfill the rules and expectations of the things that my parents or grandparents didn't fulfill themselves. And then
Yes.
I'm putting the same into my daughter to fulfill and be all the things I haven't been able to be, is something that we are not aware that we're doing to our kids. We came to you, I got in to meet you, not because we are, families that never prepare for this. We came here because we are so successful. Me on my end, my daughter on her end, my daughter being on the top, 10 kids with one of the best scholarships in the nation. Me having, so many awards and so many degrees and so much experience. But that doesn't mean my relationships are perfect.
Mine either,
That
by the
doesn't
way.
mean,
Mine either. We're all
yeah,
learning and we
right.
all need each other. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. And having you to be part of it, coming to this group with so many successful parents and kids and families, but willing, as you say, to be open and humble that I don't know it all.
I'm willing
I
to be
might
wrong
be
about
putting
everything.
a standard, yes, a formula, my own way on my kid, not realizing that that wasn't probably gonna be the way she chooses. So being here, taking this, stay with you this year is what's really allowing us to go to our next level. Because we are at a level that, I already, achieved what I wanted in life. My daughter she's only 1 year away to finish her bachelor's degree with her, full ride scholarship in pre-med and neuroscience. And then what happens now? So being able to have these months of meetings and groups with you, with her with you, me with you, and all the different groups that you have on a weekly basis is allowing us to see beyond that. Right? Like what happens now? Now she makes, the decision she made. She's about to graduate. We're talking today. Yesterday she was accepted and ready to the master program with a 60% scholarship. So it has allowing especially me, to let her practice, create things on her own way, not on my way.
Yeah.
And still win and seeing that she can do it by herself
Yes.
and that I don't have to have her on the leash directing her life because she already learned. I already gave her and she learned and she's practicing everything she learned. Even if I see it or not, that's the way she is uh, taking in life is really, really beautiful that now she can be herself, I can be herself, and we can see like, okay, maybe there is a win. There is a possibility that her way is gonna work out and she deserves that me as a mother I give her the chance to test, to practice, as you've been telling us all these months.
Right.
Give her the chance to be messy until she figure out her way. And it's beautiful when she goes through that and then she sees that the results of the way she chose to do things is also good.
And she
It
still
doesn't
has
have to be
you,
exactly the
and
what I
she
say.
still has you
And what I
believing in
still
her
hear.
and be like, I've made
Yes.
messes too. I've failed in my day. I've made my mistakes.
Hmm.
Like, and but at least we're on the court.
Yes.
At least we're playing full out.
Yeah.
Oh, just so
Yes,
much
at least
love for
it's that.
you.
It's been beautiful because I see this, especially, when we are going through so many things in life and we continue to compare outcome, success, or the way we react on a daily basis to what we were thought it was right and correct.
Yeah.
And then, as me, after being a child protected investigator for so many years in different states, I see it now, with my own daughter, like, trying to impose, my way, the way I was taught that was acceptable, is really much what destroyed relationship with your parents and children.
Yeah.
Like right now, after so much personal development, seeing that, wow, I just been all of us, every human is gonna impose whatever
Yeah.
somebody else's formula's definition of success of being or what's acceptable or not is not fair for the next human that we bring to earth. It's not fair for the people that are around us.
Yeah.
It's
Even,
not
even,
fair that
e-
I put
well, I was just going to say, even putting that pressure on yourself. See,
even on myself.
you're teaching her at her young age, at 21, how to do what you and I are learning to do in our adulthood. So, this next generation, the more we can learn with them and grow with them, and all of us be willing to be wrong, and all of us be willing to look for a win, 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 or no deal, and having
Yes,
compassion for
and it's
yourself
only
first.
first because we are all trying to look good. trying
Hmm.
to look good for our parents, for our family, for what the way they told us that we're gonna be loved and we're gonna be accepted. And then
Yeah.
realizing that even me, I've been working and so hard on myself just because I'm working under the formula of what's acceptable
Yes.
because of the shortcoming, the lacks, and the things my previous generation didn't achieve. And then I've been driving life through like I have to meet all these standards because it's what they told me I have to do. And these are exactly the things they couldn't achieve. It's not even fair for the way, we treat ourselves. And then now me, I'm like, wow, I'm also doing this, to my daughter.
Yeah. In
Then
the past. In the
it's a
past.
lot of awareness. Yeah, in the past, exactly. So
Even if it's
that's what
five
have
minutes ago.
brought the healing.
Yes.
Yeah. And the groups help. Like I don't believe on the kind of programs that you go 2 days and you are done. Poof, see you later. Your life change. This is a continuous improvement. This is something that many times I've been here for a weekly on a weekly basis, and we end up in tears and we didn't even expect the things that were going to come out of a single presentation, out of a single meeting. We didn't even know it was going to touch some place of my soul, and that I needed to hear that today. So
Mm,
this about the weekly meeting, having a space for parents to change, for kids to change themselves freely, and therefore all of us to be together is actually what it takes to transform relationships. So it's been super super helpful for us since we started with you. I believe it was around December,
yeah.
but being here for officially 6 months, it's been amazing. And you, of course, you became part of our family, right? Like you
Yeah.
are part of a regular calendar. Also having the freedom that we can, whatever way we are is perfect. Like there is no like so many rules. You have to be here, you have to be there, you have to be dressed, or you have to be on a desk, you have to be like, having that flexibility also allow us to breathe and just be present.
Yeah. Come late, leave
Thank you so much.
early, have your camera on,
Yes.
don't talk, talk. Yes, because we
Hmm.
all we all sometimes it can be really challenging and scary and uncomfortable. You guys came in as rock stars and are so I can't even say what an honor and a blessing it has been for what you've added to the groups. And I am in awe of you, Carly. We were also in a leadership training program together, which is where we met,
Yeah.
and you're the best of the best, the
Mhm.
top of the top, the quick of the quick. Like you are you know, amazing in your own
Mirrors.
right, in your own right, and in your own light. And when
Yeah.
we can all have our own gifts, it's not like I'm better or you're better than Camilla, or
Hmm.
it's like we all have our own gifts. And if we can just accept and love each other in our own gifts. I don't need to be better than you or smarter
Yeah.
than you, or and nor do we need to do that to be the
Yeah.
parent to our kids. So I
And
appreciate
I
you.
also
So
think that the magic in this, yeah, the magic in these groups is that usually, coming from working with children and families in the government for more than 20 years, usually when parents, are resistant to going to groups, it's because who's going to be there? I don't know. The looking good is always killing us inside. And this group is amazing because coming from the same angle, that it doesn't matter how successful or not we are. All it matters is that we're open and willing to play, to be here, and to transform our own relationship with our kids and in our families. It's all it takes, and it feels like we are all speaking the same language. It feels like we're all supported. When one cries, we all cry. Like we feel and we are in this environment together doing the work. So it's very powerful to be in a group when you feel like, wow, these are my people, right? We
yes,
empower each other so much. We go through things so much.
yeah,
And that is not easy to find.
yeah, Yeah, yeah. Well, and it's with you know, I tried to start these groups 25 years ago when I was a psychologist in the San Francisco Bay Area with I've
Mhm.
seen your bridge in the background. Um,
Yeah.
and it is what you said, the looking good, the embarrassment, the not wanting the peers to know what's going on. Took me
Hmm.
forever to get people safe enough to be able to come in. So one of the ways that I do that now is just let somebody else do the talking, and you don't even have to, share a thing you
Hmm.
don't want to share. And then over
Hmm.
time, you'll feel more and more comfortable sharing. And then the next newbie that comes in can get to learn from you, and you get to be the one that
Yeah.
inspires. You get to be the one that lifts is the point of the
Mhm.
spear. So yeah, but you guys just
Yeah.
jumped right
Another
in.
thing, yeah. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that I truly admire the way you handle the youth. Like super quick. We were having this meeting, this seminar, remember? And there were other people there. And Camila was like, "Oh no, I don't have the relationship with my mom the way she like think we have it." And she was going that because that day we were having a rough day, and that was the day we had the meeting. And I seen it over and over the way like you get in and immediately change and move that into like, wait, it's supposed to go this way, let's change it. And you're able to manage that in front of an audience as well. When you see it, you can see it you know 20 miles ahead. Uh-oh, this is gonna go that way. No, because it is, it is a risk when we have kids,
Yeah.
and youth. But you have so much experience that you see that 20 miles ahead, and you immediately, redirect the conversation when, sometimes as parents or the kids are going immediately south
It was going, it
in
was
what
going,
we're saying.
it was going down there for a minute, wasn't it? Well, and thank you for
Yes.
thank you for trusting me. Thank
Hmm.
you for trusting me. And
Hmm.
because it can get messy. It can get messy for a minute.
Hmm.
And when you get to
And that interaction,
go
that
ahead.
interaction, parents, I didn't realize until I realized that parents were crying just to see what was going on at that moment. They felt so identified because we have this bubble. And for us, right? Camila and I, we have a company together helping kids get into colleges and helping immigrants kids get to these opportunities. So they look at us like everything is figured out. No, we have to navigate life. We have to go through this together. It doesn't mean that our lives are perfect. And this is so much needed because social media has created this belief that everybody's person, nobody has problems. When we are humans, when we're struggling on a daily basis, and we don't even feel safe to talk about those things because we feel that everybody else is perfect and not, that it continues to be very eye-opening how much we need these spaces of transparency, of being myself, playful, messy at the same time. And that is, a perfect way to be as well.
I love it. I love it. Yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes. You know what's so fun about hearing all of this? I'm just getting chills all over. It's like my whole life I have been living for this moment. Like I could see it. I knew it would help. I would have, 12 client hours and the same
Hmm.
thing would be told to me over and over and over. Mothers and daughters in breakdown, dads and sons in
Hmm.
breakdown, over and over and over. And I would say the same thing again, the same thing again, same thing again. But it's not as powerful when I say it as when you say it, especially with your whole group of parents and your daughter just like throwing you under the bus potentially,
Yeah.
but you
Yes.
having grace in that. Like, what you got, little one? Bring it. It just showed her that she can
Mhm.
have a voice. And then one of the things I teach is how to say what you mean without saying it mean. So I hold the kids
Mhm.
accountable, say, look, you guys are just as powerful as your parents are. Like when you talk in such a way, it's humiliating. And I love it when the kids come
Yeah.
into the adult power hours and I'll say, "What's your takeaway?" And they'll say something like, "It's not easy being a parent." And all the parents are like, "Oh, you don't know the half of it." Because they can really see what you
Yeah.
guys are going through.
Yes, yes, 100%. Well, Dr. Beth, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you from the
What's the
bottom of
name
my
of
heart.
your company, Carly? How can people find you?
I know it's a little bit complicated. It's six SGS consultants, number six SGS consultants, and we have
Right there on
a,
the screen.
mhm,
6
yeah,
SGS.
and it is a program that actually we have a methodology that's called Success in the USA, that our focus is to help immigrants or first generations to achieve results faster without wasting 20, 30 years of trial and error. In our university college program, we started it in 2023 when Camila won the scholarships, and she was, highlighted for, her achievements. And we're very proud that last month we hit $1.2 million in a scholarship for Hispanic students, the
Wow.
students that go here 3 4 years ago, families that are selling food and all this. And it's been amazing because it's not that difficult. It's just that we immigrant families or first generation in school, we don't understand the programs, the way the system works, so we immediately block it. We're not even doing it or trying.
Right.
And there are a lot of opportunities here in America. I do believe in the system, not only for us that we're here, but we've seen it. Like in March, we won about $225,000 in a scholarship from a family from Ecuador that got here 4 years ago, and they sell food to survive,
Beautiful.
right? And it's so doable because kids constantly missing opportunities because we don't understand the system.
Right.
And that's a pretty beautiful part of it. Right now there is a lot of changes, with the current situation, but there are a lot of changes that are benefit, parents, small business owner, and all this, to get a scholarship with their kids. So understanding the system is critical. And a lot of people ask me, "Well, why are you doing it?" I'm not doing this. Never even thought about having a private consultancy company. I'm doing it because I work for more than 20 years in the government. And I mentioned this in a 5 week challenge that I just started this week and ended it today. I doing it because I see how is the struggle of an immigrant that comes here with kids, putting all their savings in a business that's probably not working out.
Yeah.
And I got involved in this situation, being a CPS investigator, seeing how stressed parents, you know, came home and just beat up their kids with a
Mm,
cable, and they have marks from here to here. I
mm,
seen the stress, the mental
mm,
health breakdown of being an immigrant and not understanding and always being in the losing end of it.
mm,
And that
mm.
has been my passion since I was a case manager in social services. Like, I only have to go for one thing, and I ended up fixing everything, from taxes to property taxes to like bank accounts, because the stress is so much and so high on the simple things that is destroying their relationship, their life, to a point that they can even be legally in trouble
Wow. Wow.
because we take the stress on our circle, on our loved ones, as we were just talking about.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
seeing that,
We go
seeing
young and
people
then
that,
take it
yeah,
out on the people we love. Yep.
take it on, yeah, seeing that people that try to commit suicide because their business failed, because they
Yeah.
have to do a bankruptcy. And for us, especially Hispanic families, the word bankruptcy is scary.
Yeah.
It's
Shameful.
not a
Shameful.
economic tool that, yes, it's shameful. So
Mhm.
it's not fair seeing so much trauma, so much hurt, so much abuse, so much in something that is a system.
So grateful you're on this planet
And
with me.
yeah,
I'm so grateful you're
I
on this
love
planet
it.
with me. You did it in the Child Protective Services. I did it from the
Hmm.
angle of my pre-doc and my post-doc was all going into high-risk communities,
Hmm.
infant parent program. So I would be given the cases of the parents that
Hmm.
had been were about to lose their kids or had lost their kids, and I would be the
Hmm.
supervisor with their kids. And there's a major, major tool here to take the shame out of parents that have gone young and lost it and traumatized, and trauma beats trauma, kids
Yeah.
raising kids. And one of the things that
Hmm.
we learned in the process was how to love the mom in the pain as the kid is being ignored and being
Hmm.
what looks like
Hmm.
abused. But instead of taking the kid from the mom, instead, mirror, mirror, help the mom be loved in that. And it was magical, Karly, what would happen. As I would say, what was it like when you were 2 or 5 or whatever the kid's age
Hmm.
was? And they'd say, oh, my mom was a bitch. She did this and this and this and this. She used to beat my butt, blah, 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 blah.
Hmm.
Unconsciously, the mom picks the child up and puts her in her lap and starts loving and rocking the kid as she's telling me about how horrible it was and what she was just doing to her kid 5 seconds before. So it's when we remember our feelings of what it felt like that we are not doomed to repeat it to our kids. And
Hmm.
I have some music, Dr. Beth songs, Beth Hulbert Psy PSY period D. It's kind of hard to find me on
Hmm.
Netflix and everything, but my songs are all about feelings, and it's everything that I wrote 20 years ago, teaching parents how to have these songs for their kids and with their kids. And if you go to drbeth.com or Dr. Beth CP is my YouTube channel, you can find all the songs and it teaches you the emotional development
Hmm.
concepts. And what I teach in the songs is I teach the kids so the kids will then remind the parents, just like your little one did,
Hmm.
your little
Yeah.
21-year-old did yesterday, calling you up into your
Yeah.
greatness. So when we
Yeah, and
teach the
that's
kids, go ahead.
that's amazing. Now, like, seeing how my daughter is my own support, awareness, she's there lifting me off. Like, no, mom, this is not you. I'm not taking this especially for you. These are not your thoughts. This is not the way you roll. I'm like, oof, thank you, right? She wasn't expecting perfection. It's like, no, mom, like, get out of this, because this is not you. You're better than this. It's amazing to feel that free inside the relationship.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And one of the
You've
things that
done
I
the
was
work.
reminded, yeah, I was reminded this week, which I never mentioned, and it just organically came out in this 5-day challenge that I did in business, is that when I was a child protective investigator, I have 3 deaf kids.
Mm,
And it's not easy, it's not easy to talk about it. And you've been maybe too much in this conversation. Whoever is ready can take it. And the three same circumstances: parents rushing to get to work that forgot their kids in their car seat in a hot summer in Florida, more than 100 degrees.
mm, mm,
It's not,
mm,
it's
mm.
not, not only fair as humans get to that extreme or that corner, because we're chasing
Yeah,
the looking
perfection.
good,
Hmm.
perfection, and everything that has to be achieved, whatever we live at, whatever country we choose, is not worth it.
Not
And
worth it.
having to deal with 3 deaf kids that were forgotten because their parents were rushing, couldn't be late at work.
Yeah,
No, it was not intentional at all.
yeah.
It's not easy. And those are the things that people don't talk
And
about the
could happen
dream.
to any one of
And
us. Could happen to
And,
any one of us when we're not
anyone.
present, when we just do something stupid, when we go young, and how to help all of us where we have a village where we
Yeah.
have each other's backs and we don't put
And it
ourselves to the
doesn't
place of
mean
that.
what educated, not educated. Yeah. Well, it doesn't mean I have money, I don't have money. I have the
Yeah.
three, different angles. I have the couple that were, successful, but they also have kids and they also had a newborn and they were rushing. And the newborn was the one that they forgot in the car, very successful family. So that doesn't mean that being, successful, educated, poor, or rich, we are exempt to these situations.
Right.
Life is life.
Right. Right. Right.
And so when I bring all that, I didn't know why I have to go through such hard jobs. I always said, God, how did I end up having these jobs? And then, 10 years ago, you know, seeing my calling, like maybe this is it. Bringing, things to vulnerable population, being able to translate need into numbers, to get funding, to help people. Maybe that's the reason why I went through that, sacrificing my own daughter to
Yeah.
save other kids.
Yeah.
And many people never understood why I chose such hard jobs, but now I see it. Being
Yeah.
able to read these, to have a voice, to speak, now being out of the government and being able to see what really means, what is
Yeah.
really like success or the American dream or everything. It doesn't matter if you're immigrant or not.
Right.
What
Right.
are we chasing?
Yeah. Yeah. What are we chasing?
Mhm.
One of the things that one of my
Something.
favorite
Hmm.
sayings is, do you want to be right or do you want to be rich? Do you want to be right or do you want to be in love?
Hmm.
Do you want to be right or do you want to be connected? And
Hmm.
I'm just going to tell everybody I've got all my money on the teenagers because they have more
Yes.
energy. They have all of your wisdom. They have everything you've ever taught them, plus their own bag of
Mhm.
tricks. So don't
Yeah.
play chicken with a teenager. Just don't. Be willing to be wrong. Be willing to see them in their greatness, and they will
Mhm.
step into their greatness. If you see them as a
Yes.
jerk and irreverent and um, defiant and all the words that we put on the teenage population, if we call them into that, they will prove us
Mhm.
right. If
Yes.
we call them into their greatness, they will prove us into their greatness.
Yes. Yes, 100%. It is like that superpower, like what, superhero am calling out of my own kid.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, anything else you want
Okay.
to say before we wrap? We could do this all day.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no, this is great. Thank you so much, Dr. Beth.
Thank you,
And
Carly.
then maybe we open a space. Maybe we start talking about this recording it, and somebody might need to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And maybe we could
Yeah.
do more conversations and invite people to come in and ask us questions and be a part of that. So, I just love you to
Yeah.
pieces. I love your kid to pieces.
Yes.
And thank you, thank you,
Thank you,
thank you
Dr.
for all that
Beth,
you
for
do.
everything.
All right.
Thank you.